Throwback Thursday as we do Pokemon Emerald, the Flying Type Only Challenge. In the last episode, we made our way through Petalburg Woods, and after some difficulties, we did catch Butterfree the Silcoon, who is, yes, going to be a part of our team. Assuming I can get it to evolve into a Beautifly quickly enough. And with Scuttlebutt and the other guy leading the way, Burb, we should be good to go. First things first, though, we gotta heal up our guys. We have one more potential Pokemon we can catch, but it's gonna be a very long time before we can use that Pokemon. So, it's up to you whether or not you want to catch it. I'm gonna do it, but that's just me. Do not feel obligated to do so. Alright. We get the HM for cut here. Hiccup, damn it. Oh, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, we have cut. Which means now we can use cut in battle. Let's see if anybody can learn it. Nope, it is just HM Slave. Which does not bode well for the, it does not bode well for the challenge we're going to be dealing with when we get to the third gym. Wrong place. Damn, all the frickin' buildings in this town look the frickin' same. Here we are. This will get us the Quick Claw. We just gotta let him walk around and abuse his students. But whatever. Students who don't study get a little taste of my Quick Claw. Whether or not you were a good student will be evident from the way you use this item. That'll allow you to move faster at a random amount of time. But since both of my Pokemon are fairly fast, I don't think we're gonna have to worry too much about that. Now, what's the trade in this game? Wrong building. Again, man, good job. The trade was changed. I remember in the original game you traded a, what's it called, for a Makuhita. I remember you traded a Slack Off for a Makuhita, so let's see. No, this guy. C-Dot for a Ralts. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That would have been useful if I was doing the Grass-type run, but I'm not doing the Grass-type run this time around. So I might as well get these trainers up here out of the way. Which means this should be where we start switch training Butterfree here. Let's see how fast this thing levels up. I imagine not that fast. At least in comparison to Silcoon, to what Wurmple would. Oh, it would be nice though to definitely have that. Let's go Burb. Anything else, if it was not a fighting type, I would have definitely went for Scuttlebutt. But Burb does need to be stronger because he is more frail. Alright. Let's see what 84 did. Oh no, I guess we'll have to wait till after the fight. I thought he had another Pokemon. Alright, so let's see. What does it do? 84. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all, actually. Maybe they changed it in this and for these Pokemon, because I remember leveling up Metapod and Kakuna was a real pain in the ass. So I guess I'm, like, thankful that we don't have to worry about that right now. Alright, so Wurmple. Swap out for Scuttlebutt. finish you off. Nice. Alright. Butterfree's now level 6. That's an Nincada, so we'll do the same thing. Swap Butterfree in, then swap out. There are a bunch of trainers I remember over here. We can't get to all of them because some of them require cut, but this should definitely help us out a little bit. Alright, good job, Scuttlebutt. Bug Catcher Josie. Because, you know, they didn't have the accent, so it can't be Jose. It has to be Josie. Alright, let's see. What did you get us, HM Slave? An antidote. Cool. 34, not bad. I'd prefer, you know, less, but let's see, what does she have? One Pokemon, and it's a Shroomish. Alright. This should guarantee us a level 7. And Bird might end up getting a level 13. Oh, no, not yet. Not close just yet. What I am worried about is Effect Spore kicking in and making me go to sleep. I was say, I'll take Poison any day of the week because of this Pokemon's ability. Guts is so busted early on in the games. And there it is. Alright, I knew that was coming. Alright, Butterfree to level 7. Don't I have a Chesto Berry? I think I do. I do not. I guess we'll just have to train the hard way. Fortunately, I think the next guy should be a hiker. Ooh, double battle. Potential double battle. Oh, Nincada, okay. So we'll wake Burb. We'll wake Burb up. One quick catch, and if we can get it, in 13 levels it becomes usable. I mean, I could also hypothetically wait till it learns Dig, and then use that to evolve it, but again, that seems kind of cheap. So, also, that also seems like it would take a while, because I think it learns in, like, the mid-40s. It makes its nest at the roots of a mighty tree. Using its whisker-like antenna, it probes its surroundings in the pitch-black darkness of soil. We're gonna name you Maybe. Maybe because it's a maybe. I may end up using it. I do want to end up raising it so it becomes Ninjask, but for the time being, I'm not that concerned. Alright, so Butterfree. Okay. Alright, I was hoping for consistent turnaround, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen, so. Quick attack. Save some experience. Excuse me. Alright, so we'll see if we can get those other two guys into a double battle. That'll come in handy big time. Alright, so Geodude. Scuttlebutt, come on out. Alright. I was hoping for more, but that'll work, I guess. Alright, so once he turns... Oh, you piece of shit. I wanted to fight you as a double battle with the other guy. But of course, you have to be a pain in my posterior. Alright. Good lord, I'm getting pelted with so many crits in this game. It's kind of ridiculous. But nothing that I don't expect from a Pokemon game at this point. Alright. Alright, Butterfree to level 8. Nice. Alright, next up is Lotad. Exact same thing. Once you become Beautifly, and I think you learn Absorb when you do, that'll be a lot easier on us. Then we'll have something to throw out that isn't just water, normal, or flying. Alright, Burb. Show him what you got. There you go. Prove why you are the champion of the birds. At least early game. Burb is trying to learn. There you go. Wing attack. Get rid of Peck because we don't need it anymore. Wing attack will basically now let it sweep through pretty much anything now. Alright, let's see. Butterfree, how close are we? Pretty far. Not like aggressively bad. Alright, Scuttlebutt, come on out. Booyah, good job, Scuttlebutt. Alright, and a Geodude. Exact same thing we just did. Yeah, I feel like they made Metapod a lot harder to level up than this has been so far. 'Cause this has been taking candy from a baby easy so far. I know we're almost out of trainers though. That's the issue. All right, one more level and then we have another flying type. And an X special, which doesn't really help us. What about up here? Nothing. Okay. I want to dig that tunnel. Why don't you, dude? Pretty sure it's empty. Sure, it has a bunch of demon rabbits in it, but what cave doesn't have demon rabbits in it? I'm more or less here for the item here, another free Pokeball, which I think that should be it in terms of flying types that we can catch out in the wild, in terms of the amount of balls we'll need. Because the rest are in the Safari Zone. So we can't do anything about that. So I guess we should go heal. Put our Nincada in the computer. And we'll see where we go from there. At least in terms of episode. Oh, I didn't check if there's anything north of Rustboro here. I think that'll be our next stop, actually. Should be an item or two. Alright, thank you. Thank you, Nurse Joy. You're so helpful. Alright, so let's send you down. And then next up should be up above Rustboro. There should be an item or two. Or maybe even a trainer. Maybe we'll get lucky. Nope, that's not a trainer. Oh well. There's an item, though. A super potion. Okay. Doesn't really help us right now, but it might in the future. Okay, so before we challenge Roxanne, I think I want to get absolutely sure that I have a Beautifly coming, so I think we should grind the rest of this episode. Hopefully we got some Pokemon that are easy to grind off of. Speaking of Pokemon that are easy to grind off of, Abra. Can't do anything with you. We can't escape it, but it can escape us. Make it make sense. Whatever. Alright, so Poochyena. Doesn't really matter who we use in those regards. We'll just have to see how much experience this gives off. Hopefully it's like a 10th at least. So level 6 Poochyena shouldn't be giving off too much experience. I wish it were otherwise, but alas. Let's see. Moment of truth. Yeah, we're still a while away. I think just about 10 or so of those Poochyenas will get us a level up, though. You know, if we don't keep bumping into Abras. I love that we can't run away from it, but it can run away from us. I would rather them let us be able to... Oh my god, Abra! Go away! You hobgoblin. Good lord, though, if I knew Abra was here, this makes it infinitely easier to catch. This would make it at least infinitely easier to catch. Okay, Tailo, level 6. Let's see how much experience you give off. So yeah, we're still a ways off. Okay. Alright, level 7 Nincada should give off a bit more experience. Not enough where it's like, oh my god, we need to find every Nincada. But like, you know, enough. How's it going again? Apparently I'm still tired. Yeah, 32 is better than 25, but we're still a bit of a ways off. HM Slave, what do you got? An escape rope. Alright, I could sell that for some money. Right, 188. If I average about 20 XP per Pokemon, we should be done within about 9 or so. Oh, hey, Whismer. How you doing, buddy? I don't know why I keep checking its moveset as if it's gonna change. It's not like I could use it anyway. I can't use it until it's a flying type. Oh my god, with the fucking critical hits game. Enough with the critical hits. We get the idea. Whisper gives off a lot of experience. A lot, actually. Note to self. You know, I think we'll just go train with the Whismers in the tunnel, then. Alright, fine, I'll swap out if you're not gonna let me run. Good lord. Come on, I want to get to the tunnel. Secret tunnel, secret tunnel, secret tunnel, secret tunnel. I don't know. They seem to be giving off the most consistent XP, though, the Whismer. So it probably makes sense to train in the Rust Turf Tunnel where they're 100% guaranteed to show up. Really? Level 5? Come on, give me something higher level, like a 7 or an 8. I would really appreciate that. I'll even settle for 6. Alright, there we go. So how long do we have until we level up? Because I don't want this episode to go on for half an hour. It's probably gonna, but oh well. If we were, like, not even halfway, I would have just been like, alright, I'll show it as a bonus scene or something, but... Now the Whismer are getting stronger, which means, hopefully that means we're gonna be going up against something better. Getting more experience faster, if you know what I mean. If you jelly beans know what I mean. Alright, so that puts us at about 46, if I'm not mistaken. Which means 2 more Whismers should be enough to take them out. Ugh. Maybe 3. No, no. We're not gonna fight a level 5 Whismer. Get out of here. 6 or higher. Them's the rules. Ooh, a HM Slave's got an item. Yeah. Alright, and that should be one more Whismer, should be more than enough, and we should have a Beautifly before long. Beautiful. Alright, so we'll go with Burb, and then we should be good to go. Butterfree's level 10. Excuse me. And here is our flying type number 3. I always thought Beautifly's animation was like a shiny Pokemon's, but it's never been. I don't know why, it's just like the way the yellow comes off of its wings or something. I don't know. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm your friendly neighborhood Nman64. Join me next time when we take on Roxanne's gym here in Rustboro City. Well, not here in Rustboro City. Over there in Rustboro City. Until we meet again, my lovelies, sayonara.